Yeah.
Page 97. Everybody ready? So far we've been doing one-step equations. Now we're doing two-step equations. Same process. So my first step is draw my boundaries, right? Then I have to do what? Ask myself a question. What did they do to the variable? But this time you should have two things that they did to the variable. And I'm going to say this 3 times because it matters so much. Order matters. Order matters. Order matters. If you tell me in the wrong order, you're going to solve it wrong. Okay? What did they do to the variable? Order matters. Yes, it was. Bianca.
They added 12 and multiplied it by 5.
Order matters. What did they do to the variable?
They multiply 5 and add 2.
Yes. Look at this variable. Think of it like a person. Who's closest to him? That's what they did first. The 5. They multiply by 5, then they add 12. You hear what I said? They multiply by 5, then they add 12. So you go backwards. Remember we do everything opposite? So you start at the bottom of the list. They multiply by 5, then they add 12. So you do the opposite. You subtract 12 first. Make sense? Subtract the 12 first. Bring down 5x. What happens here? Bye-bye. Bring down your equal sign. What's negative 13 subtract 12? Negative 25. Now, what do? Good. Divide both sides by 5. 5 cancel. Bring down your x. You get x equals 5. Uh-oh. I got different answers. Negative divided by positive is negative. Hard, easy, medium? Okay, try another one. 6 equals m over 7 minus 3. 6 equals m over 7 minus 3. Now, again, you start off the same. Draw your boundaries. Now you ask yourself a question. What did they do to the variable, Diego? No. What did they do to the variable, Emerson? They divided by, and then, what did they do? You're supposed to tell me.
Oh, they divided by 7 and then subtracted by 3.
Good. They divided by 7, then they subtracted 3. So what are we going to do? We're going to add 3 first to both sides, right? If you forget that both sides, you're going to be in trouble. 6 plus 3 is 9. Bring down your m over 7. This cancels. Okay, so they divided by 7. You're going to multiply. Good. By what? 7. Good. 9, 9. That sounds funny, right? But people do that. That's why I know. What's 7 times 9? 63. 7 times 9 is 63. 9 times 6 is 54. You probably put it in 6. Over here, they cancel out. All you have left is m. Medium? Easy? Easy. All right. Let's see then. I'm gonna. Now I gotta do number 3. That's the hard one. And number 4. Y minus 1 over 4. What is that? Equals negative 2?
Yes.
Yep. All right, draw my boundaries. What did they do to the variable? What did they do to that y? Rufino.
Subtracted 1.
And then what?
Divided by 4.
Good. Subtracted 1 divided by 4. So what am I doing first? Good. The last thing you say, that's the first thing you undo. So the last thing I said was they divided by 4. So that's the first thing I got to do. Multiply by 4. So I multiply this by 4. Multiply this by 4. These 4's canceled. I'm left with y minus 1. Yes? What, Jeff? Make sense? You sure? Sure. Okay. Negative 2 times 4? Negative 8. Now what do I do?
You add.
Who agrees with him? Okay. You add 1 to both sides. Don't add 8, add 1. Remember, you always look at this side to see what to do. The other side is just, it just gets manipulated however you want it. But this side tells you what to do. The side with the variable, wherever that magical variable is, that's the side you pay attention to. Okay, so bring down your y. This cancels. Negative 8 plus 1. Negative 7. Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do one more. This is number 4. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, set my boundaries. It's a little tricky, this one. What did they do to the x? What did they do to the x, Max? Close. He said subtract by 4. They did something else before that. Before they subtracted by 4, they did one more thing.
Subtracted by 1.
Close.
They made it negative.
Okay, but how do you make something negative?
They added 4.
Nope.
No, I don't have a 1 at the end.
You're almost there.
It's negative 1, but they don't put it there.
What? So what does that mean they did? You got to give me an operation.
They make.
Should they subtract, add, multiply, divide? You're almost there.
They did that, so.
Almost there. Diego? Nope. Captain? Very good. They multiplied by negative 1. Now you were right with the imaginary 1.
I said that.
Charlie. You did. I get
didn't
that.
say imaginary, I said it was there.
Yeah, it was there. I'm sorry. You were right with the negative 1, but you're just missing the multiplication. That's it.
What's the difference? It's negative 1x.
Because x by itself is not negative. Right. There's something that happened to it. They just didn't write it. They didn't tell you.
But at least I know what it means.
Yes, you did. You did.
So what is wrong?
Because you have to tell me multiply. You have to tell me multiply.
I don't make me embarrassing for me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. Charlie's a very smart young man, and he knew exactly what.
Just continue.
Okay. All right. So what are we gonna do first?
Do you add x to the other side? No.
Remember what you said. They multiplied by negative 1. That's why it was so important to say multiply.
Divide.
But multiply by negative 1, then they subtracted 4.
So you're going to add 4.
So you're going to add 4 first. Always do last first. That doesn't sound right? Always do last first. So bring down that negative 1x. This cancels. 9 plus 4? 13. Sure, you knew it. Charlie knew it. Everybody. Negative 1x equals 13. Now you're going to divide, right? Because they multiplied. So what are you dividing by? Negative 1. And these cancel, and you get x equals negative 13. And I want to give a special thanks to all those who made this problem possible. Charlie. Alright, so you guys try. Huh? Okay, I want you guys to do. Those are not hard enough. Yeah. Do on page. Cameraman, I'm good.
Okay.
Do on page 98.
98.